Hi, this is Dr. Marlene Scheibel, and I welcome you to our Grieve and Grow gathering. What we're looking at today is, first of all, that grieving is not something that is a one and done. It truly is an ongoing experience. It's a journey. And in that journey, I'm inviting you to take it as your heart leads you. There's not a rush. There's not you've got to force it. It's really listening within, letting your body guide you, letting your heart guide you to be able to find the best outlets that are there for you. And I invite you to do that now, not to feel a rush, not to feel a have to, but rather that you become your own experience. You allow it to resonate for you. If it's slow, you allow it to be slow. If you're ready to take another step, that you give yourself permission to move, to take that even small step. There's a lot of growth that grieving can bring. That's what we call this the Grieve and Grow gathering. And inviting you to do that growing, to feel free. If you have questions, put them in the chat. If you have comments, to put them in the chat. To really know that your own movement is under your guidance. That you're in charge. And giving yourself permission to take that charge. So, one of the tools that I wanted to share with you, if you've been watching my videos, you've heard about this before, but a tool that can support you in grieving, in feeling free to grieve, in enjoying your own space, your own area, and honoring the grief that is there for you, is to take charge of your breathing. Breathing is an activity of the body. It's an activity that when you are engaging in it productively, intentionally, can allow you to relax deeply. It can put you in touch with your emotions in a more real, a more concrete way. And the breathing that I'm suggesting is that you start with exhaling. What exhaling first does is it gets rid of tension and tightness that you may be carrying in your chest. It creates a space, and the space that it creates is the one that allows you to and inhale deeply, holding that breath, letting your whole body be bathed in that oxygen that you've just brought in, and then focusing on elongating the next exhale. Once again, you're creating space to fill then with new oxygen. And using that breathing to put you more in touch with yourself physically, with what's going on in your body. You can do a body scan and notice where you're tense, where you're tight, with what's going on in your mind, with your thoughts. Since your subconscious mind creates what you're thinking, what's going on in your thoughts really matters. And then your emotions, really tapping in. What am I feeling right now? And that being said, I'm going to ask you right now to notice. As far as the grieving that you're doing, the loss that you've experienced, what do you feel right now? Now, it's normal that there are some days where you're feeling just fine. Things moving smoothly, not anything particularly on your mind bothering you. And then there are days where the grief and the loss almost seem to choke you up. And then all the days in between, all of the different aspects on that continuum. So I'm going to ask you to get in touch right now. What is it that I'm feeling? And particularly about my grieving and my loss right now. And along those lines, what do I want? What would help me right now? What's the intervention that could really matter? And for that, check within yourself. You have very specialized information that applies to you. It's unique to you. So asking yourself and then listening for the answer is hugely important. But when you set out on a journey, when you set out on a practice or a ritual, it can be really helpful to have in mind, what do I want out of this? What's the outcome that would serve me best? By identifying that at the beginning, you increase the possibility of actually experiencing that very outcome in your life. It takes a little bit. It takes a few seconds thought. It takes a few seconds to just pause, ask yourself, and then answer the question. But those few seconds pay huge, huge dividends. So asking yourself that right now, what would help me the most right now? And whatever that is, I invite you, if you feel free to do so, enter that into the chat. If it feels right to you, allowing that information to enhance you, to build for you. And so when the grief comes in strong fashion and it feels disorienting, it sort of knocks you off your balance. Come back, focus on the exhale. Release the tension, the tightness. Let it go. And then inhaling deeply, bringing in that fresh oxygen, feeding your body, feeding your mind and your emotions, and then exhaling again, releasing, elongating the exhale, taps you in to your parasympathetic nervous system, taps you into your vagus nerve response, which is a deeply relaxing response. Allowing your breathing to support you in that regard. And I agree totally. We have a comment in our chat, get present with the sadness. Yes, sadness is a real emotion, and it's important to allow that release as well. So as you exhale, releasing that as well. Tapping into what's there for you. Paying attention to your breathing. We have the comment in the chat, relaxing your body, allowing that tension to just kind of flow away. Warming up the area, allowing it to melt. The tension works against you being able to relax to the maximum, to feel good. So allowing that tension to go along with the air as you exhale. And then taking that into an even deeper sense of meditation, of hypnosis. I'm going to ask you, if you feel comfortable doing so, to just close your eyes And with your eyes closed, beginning to focus your attention on your breathing. Very present, very intentional. Breathing deeply and slowly. Relaxing more and more. And imagining that your muscles are like rubber bands. And when you're tense, it's as though those rubber bands were stretched, taut. And yet as you now relax, your muscles return to their normal resting position, loose and limp, loose and limp. And allowing warmth to go to any area of your body where you sense tension, allowing that warmth to melt that tension away. Releasing tightness, breathing in calm and peace. And as you allow yourself to relax, going deeply within, going now deep within the center and core of your body, and imagining that you can travel through your body to that area of tension. And as you reach that area of tension, you soothe it away, warm and comfortable, loose and limp. Warm and comfortable, loose and limp. And imagining as well that you can tap into your emotions. You can allow them, if it feels right to you, to soften. You can allow whatever it is that you're feeling to be comfortable within you. And as you focus on your breathing, allowing yourself now, without trying to change those feelings, to just give them space, to give them permission to be, to give them the possibility to support you, to give them their own space and time for expression and for release. And imagining that as you exhale, you support your body, your mind, and your emotions in this experience. You feel yourself as a very loving parent self looking out for you, gently guiding you, putting your energy arms around you, reminding you that it's okay. You're okay. What you're experiencing, what you're expressing is perfect. And it too is okay. You can carry it with you, or if you're ready, you can let it gently go. This experience with grieving is your own private and unique journey. And how you embark upon this journey, how you proceed on the journey, the timing, the experiencing is up to you. There are some people who like to get on the road and pour it on, focus, and get to their destination. And there are others that start the first lap of the journey and stop along the way and check things out and walk around some and enjoy nature. And there are others who embark upon the journey and make it to a milestone and then get out and experience nature and take a break from the journey. You are free to choose the way that works for you, imagining yourself now on that path, relaxed, at peace, comfortable with yourself, supporting you. Really living this journey in a way that you get to know yourself more intimately, in more detail, to value yourself in a greater way, to experience aspects of you that are powerful, that are clear and strong, aspects of you that might be afraid, aspects of you that are hopeful, and even aspects of you that feel joy. All of this and much, much more are open to us when we're expressing and experiencing the myriad of feelings that are a part of our experience here and now. Taking now several more slow, deep breaths, elongating that exhale, tapping in to that ability of the parasympathetic nervous system to relax you in a deep and full way. So our nervous system has many different parts. And the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system are two of those parts. The sympathetic nervous system is what gets activated in fight or flight, in the trauma, the stress response. So the sympathetic nervous system releases adrenaline, insulin, builds up the heartbeat, speeds up the blood pressure, gets you ready for action, for fleeing or fighting. And then once the threat has passed, there's the parasympathetic nervous system. And the parasympathetic nervous system was designed to bring the body back to homeostasis, to bring it back to a relaxed state. So it processes out the adrenaline, the insulin. It lowers the blood pressure, the heartbeat, bringing you back into that relaxed, secure, and peaceful state, returning you to that side of normalcy, and allowing yourself now to enjoy that experience of relaxation brought on by elongating your exhalation. Now that I've made space, I can inhale deeply. And so I do. And welcoming all of you that have joined us, allowing yourself to be in harmony with the rhythms of your body, with your mind, with your emotional experience at this time. And allowing that to be one that is harmonious with you expressing, experiencing, and ultimately releasing even small aspects of that grief. allowing your own process to guide you in the spacing, the timing that is right for you. And if there is anything at all blocking, standing in the way, maybe it's a belief, maybe it's a thought, maybe it's something you've carried with you a long time that need not any longer hold you back. In the wisdom that your subconscious mind possesses, you can now let that go, along with the very next breath that you exhale, releasing anything and everything that can be holding you back. Removing its power, letting it go. If it's holding you back, it prevents your growth. When it's holding you back, it gets in the way. The steps that you can take that are there, they're ripe for taking, can't be made with something holding you back. Imagining now with this next breath as you exhale, you let it go. That which holds you back just stands in your way, and you can release. You can let it go. Taking charge in a whole new way. Using this experience where grief is so profound to help you be better in touch with yourself and the amazing strengths, even the superpowers that you possess that can be used in your behalf. Imagining it so, for indeed this is the way that it is. And now taking a couple more slow, deep breaths, elongating that exhale, followed by inhaling deeply, and then prolonging the exhale again. As anything and everything that could be holding you back is now released, you feel a sense of lightness in all those spaces where that release occurred. You imagine filling it with love, with care for you, with gentleness, thoughtfulness, and understanding, so that you leave this session enriched, even more true to yourself than perhaps ever before. And I'm going now to count to 5. On the count of 5, you return your awareness back within your body, here to the room, awakening relaxed and refreshed, feeling good in every way, lighter, clearer, more connected to yourself in beneficial ways, more truly you. On the count of 5, ready? Now 1, 2, 3, awakening more and more. 4, getting ready to open your eyes back in the room here, smiling and happy. And 5, eyes open, completely, fully awake and alert, feeling good. And beginning to move around, connecting back with your body. And if you'd be so kind, would you enter into the chat whatever it is that you would like to share, what you're feeling now. Feeling more settled in my body now. Excellent. Allow yourself to savor that feeling. Allow yourself to be home in your body. It's an excellent place to be, feeling yourself grounded solidly within. Breathing fuller, excellently. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing. Using your breathing, remember you carry that with you wherever you go. Using that breathing, it allows you to feel balanced in yourself. When it feels like the grief is just welling up within you, allowing yourself to tap into your breathing. If it's possible, get a release on the grief. You can cry wherever it is that you are, whatever is appropriate to that place, but your breathing remains with you and can help you to feel solid again. So if it's possible to cry, that you do, and then you come back to feeling solid within you. That you are taking care of yourself. You're looking out for yourself. And then this amazingly wonderful thing begins to happen where you start being able to trust yourself more. You know that you've got someone there looking out for you. That's you. So you're there looking out for you, and you're you receiving that getting looked out for. So you get to do both parts. You're giving to you and you're receiving from you. Very good. Shoulders lower and less anxiety. Good job. And you carry you with you all day. You've got support with you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Really looking to yourself for that support. Telling yourself what you need and then giving it to you. You have a constant companion who has your best interest at heart. A constant companion that can remind you that you're tense over there in your left shoulder. It can help you relax it. Very good. I feel more confident knowing I can shift my energy. Excellent. Yes. You have tools, and those tools work, and they work every time when you use them. So the key there, I know you heard me, the key there is using them. Because then, whatever you need, you can provide. You can be in a state of confidence. You can be in a state of comfort. Even in a state of joy. Yes, I know that sounds sort of counterproductive or counterintuitive. I'm grieving and I can feel joy. Yes, you're grieving for the one that you loved or the experience that used to be a part of your life and is not there anymore. That's what you're grieving, but it doesn't mean that you as a person are apart from joy. Are apart from peace, are apart from hope. The joy and the peace and the hope still need to be a part of your experience, that you can bring in, that you can allow for yourself at will. So if you were to say to yourself, I just want to feel peaceful, I invite you to do that. I invite you to tune into your breathing, that you do that elongated exhale. Then as you inhale, imagine that you're breathing in peace. And then the elongated exhale, bringing you that relaxation, that deep relaxation state again. And then inhaling deeply and imagining that you're breathing in even more peace. That does not dishonor that loved one who's passed. It actually honors their memory for you to experience peace in their remembrance. And thank you for the feeling grateful. Thank you. It is my pleasure. So I introduced myself at the beginning. I'm not sure you were all here then. I'm Dr. Marlene Scheipel, and I've worked with clients for over 45 years. I've worked with clients in a lot of different areas of transition in their lives, and what I discovered was that at the core of that for so many of them was grief. Grief over a loved one that had passed, grief over experience that they'd had, loss that they'd had along the way. And then one day I discovered that a client I was working with, and her life was in shambles, had unresolved grief from someone who died, who was very important to her 10 years earlier. That what she was experiencing and was affecting her life 10 years later was the outcome of the unresolved grief from that loss 10 years earlier. The good news about recognizing that is we got to release that. We got to heal that grief. And then the client began to get better. The things that she was experiencing that were being major upsets in her life 10 years later when I was working with her started resolving. So even if you thought you dealt with something, go back and visit it again. Just make sure. It's possible you have, and that's great, and have released. But even those losses 10 years ago, if they aren't released, if they aren't healed, can be causing effects now. So I just encourage you. The tools are there for you. They're within you. You carry them wherever you go. Using them can continue to allow you to feel settled in your body, to breathe more fully, to have less anxiety that your shoulders are down, to feel more confident, and shift your energy into positive areas, positive directions, and can allow you to experience that gratitude, that giving thanks for the many blessings that your life brings your way. So I thank you now for joining me for this time. If you have any other comments you'd like to leave, please do so now. I read them off so that everyone can benefit from the experience. Thank you so much for joining me. As I said before, it truly is my pleasure and my delight. If you have a question for me, I'd be happy to read that in the chat as well, to give you some additional thoughts, perhaps. I want this to be in service of you, to truly help in this journey that you're embarking in. It's kind of thrust on you. You may not have set out to take this journey, but since you're on it, getting the most out of it only makes sense. So thank you for sharing this time with me. I really appreciate it. This is Dr. Marlene Scheipel, and my pleasure. Thank you. And I wish you a great rest of the day.